these truths to be self-evident: that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers by the consent of the governed. That quote from the Declaration of Independence sums it all up. We all have equal rights from nature and nature's God, and we establish laws by our consent to protect those rights. Once those simple facts are believed and understood, all other principles of liberty fall into place. Once understood, these simple truths make it easier to understand the proper role of government. Many Americans behave as if government somehow gives us our rights, or at the very least, government distributes and redistributes rights. This distribution of rights is done as if government existed before those rights. The French statesman Frederick Bastiat clarified the truth of the matter when he said, "Life, liberty, and property do not exist because men have made laws. On the contrary, it was the fact that life, liberty, and property existed before that caused men to make laws in the first place." It is important to understand where our rights came from and what government policies protect those rights and those policies that violate them. Self-evident truths. Truths that are so obvious, so rational, and so morally sound that their authenticity is beyond reasonable dispute. Essentially, these truths are simply the way things are. Self-evident truths are natural laws. And natural laws, once discovered, learned, and understood, require no additional proof. Natural law is the natural reaction to an action. You know, what goes up must come down. Equal and opposite reaction, etc. There are natural law principles in everything around us, from natural laws of science to natural laws of human happiness, and even natural laws for good government. In the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson lists a few of the most fundamental self-evident truths that are natural laws. All men are created equal. This presupposes, first of all, that there is a Creator. The Creator made all human beings equal. Now, it's very obvious that we are not all equal in every way. We come in all different shapes and sizes. We have different talents, needs, and wants. We all have different outcomes to our work and our lives. So how are we equal? Well, people are equal in two ways: equal in our rights and equal under the law. Other than those two ways, we are not equal and never will be. It is interesting that when people attempt to pass laws to make us equal in other ways, it always violates one or both of the natural ways that we are equal. For example, if an individual has $10 and another individual has $20, and you want to make them equal in things, you would pass a law to force the $20 individual to give $5 to the other. They now have $15 each. Are they equal? Well, perhaps in things, but that law makes them unequal in their rights and unequal under the law. Unequal in their rights because the property of the $10 individual was protected more than that of the $20 individual. And under the law, because the law favored the $10 individual over the other. While the law made them equal in things, it made them unequal in their rights and unequal under the law. Now, it's clear that this individual lost his rights and lost his equalness under the law. But at what point did that happen? Did it happen at the moment that the law was passed? Did it happen the moment that this individual agreed to that law? And then the question also stands, did this individual lose anything? Well, he must not have. He gained more things. But in actuality, he did lose his rights. Because what would happen if you have a third individual that now comes along? He has nothing. The law still exists, that you've got to make them equal in things. And so these two individuals have to give the third individual $5 each. They all now have $10. So at what point did this individual lose his rights? He lost his rights the moment he consented to this individual losing his rights. When we violate nature, nature has a penalty. If we try to make ourselves equal in ways nature never intended us to be equal, we will make ourselves unequal in ways nature did intend for us to be equal. Unalienable rights are natural rights. We inherit our rights from nature at birth. We cannot be alienated from them. In other words, they cannot be taken from us without penalty or consequence. If we decide to run across a busy freeway and alienate ourselves from life, the penalty is death. Now, there are an innumerable number of natural rights. Jefferson lists 3 core rights: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. These 3 rights are the most fundamental of all rights. The 3 fundamental rights often listed by the founders are life, liberty, and property. Property gradually evolved into the pursuit of happiness. John Adams describes these rights as follows: all men are born free and independent, and have certain natural, essential, and unalienable rights, among which may be reckoned with the right of enjoying and defending their lives and liberties, that of acquiring, possessing, and protecting property, in fine, that of seeking and obtaining their safety and happiness. Mankind has always been plagued with people that seek to trample on the rights of others. Tyrants always seek to have control over others. The way they gain that control is by taking away or limiting the rights of others, our life, liberty, or property. To protect their rights, people establish laws and appoint agents or government to carry out these laws.